All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is for you too. This is Pastor Dow. You know, the one thing I'm sure of in this country is that we have literally gone stark, raving mad and crazy. The National Lampoon is officially back in business. Can you believe in the age where allegedly so-called monarchies, oligarchies, plutocracies, royalty, nobles, peasants, all those words and all those titles and positions, kings, queens, allegedly is supposed to be obsolete. Now, let me tell you something. The system has not changed one bit. Just like worship or religion has not changed one bit. The deception is that you the people, you the people, you think because they use different words, I don't care what it is that the meaning of those words have literally changed. But when you look and function the way that this cosmos, the way that this world is functioning, you'll see that nothing has changed at all. Matter of fact, they have changed the names, but the system remains the same, the worship remains the same. Are you serious? Another Bush and another Clinton again? These are the only options that we have to run for the the White House? Are you serious? Let me tell you something, people of America. We're getting ready to watch another dog and pony show. Another dog and pony show for the so-called presidential selection. Notice I did not say election because you are not electing a damn thing. You are deceived. This is the rich ruling over the poor. And if we don't have a dictatorship in this country, and most people call it a two-party dictatorship, but I don't call it a two-party dictatorship. I used to, but no longer, because it's actually one party. It's like, as a matter of fact, this is what's going on. Be it Democrat or Republican, they all play in the both, same side of the fence. Oh, they'll get up in front of you, and they'll grandstand in front of the news cameras to make you think that they're all at each other's throat, kind of like WWE. But then when it's all said and done and the smoke is cleared and the show is over, they're out at luncheons and out at dinners, whining and dining each other, trying to dictate and mandate how they're going to rule over us perceived peasants. That's what they perceive us as in this world. And we have 1% of the world that is ruling 99% of the free world, and we are just too stupid to realize it. But if history is true, and it is true, if we are going to look forward, we can look forward by looking in the past. Of course, the people who want to be in these systems to where they're ruling over people, they always want to present things from their point of view and from their perspective, and try to present it to us as if they're giving us something while nothing is respected or expected or nothing is required in return. Oh, they do a lot. I promise you they do. I think what troubles me more than anything is the apathy, the collective apathy that is embedded in the subconscious minds of Americans, to where entertainment and look at this, materialism has become the greatest satisfaction, really, in life. The old Constitution, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, that seems to be on the back burner nowadays. But you mean to tell me after almost 20-something years, and don't worry, Obama's part of the family too. Barack Hussein Obama's part of the family too. He's part of the good old boy of the club as well. But Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and then now another Bush and Clinton again. Are you serious? Now Donald Trump enters into the race. And I'm telling you right now, he knows that he's not going to win. But it is amazing the hypocrisy that we have in this country. For instance, look at this. Donald Trump gets up and brag about how much money he got and how filthy rich he is. And he has declared bankruptcy more time than you and I have had actually paid our credit card bills. But when he declares bankruptcy, it's a business decision. But if you declare bankruptcy, you're a piece of crap. Whoa, man, I tell you, how long are we going to play these games? And I'm going to tell you what our problem is. As a people, we simply cannot get together as one. You know, when the Americans, in 1776, when they were drafting the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, all these documents that it really is nothing but toilet paper nowadays. They had a hard time getting the 13 colonies together because people were loyalists. They were loyal to the crown. And of course, you know, to fight against the crown was to fight against king, fight against the monarchy itself. And that, in their minds, incited rebellion. Well, you know, Sam Adams just didn't see it that way, or because he had to sell his point of view to a lot of other people, and Washington didn't see it that way either. I wonder how long it's going to be, because you can tell there's an undertone in this country of people who simply just do not see it the way that the establishment wants us to see it. And here we are at the prefaces of another revolution in this country. Now we have the information highway. We have more information that actually travels between people in a matter of seconds than they ever had, and we still just as complicit. We still are utterly immersed in an illusion of deception in our minds because we choose to. There's literally no fight in us whatsoever at all. There's no fight for righteousness. There's no fight for equality. There's no fight for holiness. People just bite off on whatever is going to make their life plush at this time. I don't think this time, and I'm sure the other people seen it too, but I really truly don't think that this time that the American people have the stomach to actually come up out of this. As a matter of fact, I think the powers that be have paid more attention to history than we have. I think that they have really looked at the mistakes of the past from the history, and each and every time they have actually learned from it, and they have made themselves almost untouchable. They have made themselves greater in military power and might. They have literally entrenched themselves and dug in like a bunch of moles to make sure that they cannot be removed from power whatsoever at all, no matter what goes on. And then, you know, it's like the court system. They call it justice. How the hell can it be justice if an attorney is going to represent someone who they know that is guilty of murder? But then because you are so-called, quote-unquote, allegedly good attorney, where's the integrity of the heart to say and to stand up in the middle of court, hey, my client admitted to me that he did kill this man or kill this woman? But it's not about justice. It's about strategy, American people. Again, listen to me. This is about strategy. This has nothing to do with justice. This has nothing to do with equality. As a matter of fact, this world functions in such a way that there's no such thing as truth. The same question that they had asked Jesus in the Bible, what is truth? Because they didn't have any. It's all about strategy. And these laws that we have in this land right here, they're all created by man, who is still the state playing God. It's very dismal. It really truly is. It's going to take a deliverer. And he's coming soon. But I tell you what, it's sad. Very sad to see exactly what's going on. Then not only that, now we got to look at this. We had a white woman. I think it was somewhere in Wisconsin. I can't remember what her name is, who was actually running as the head of the NAACP. She went to Howard University and she wanted to be black. Now the news media is literally raking her over the coals for hypocrisy and stuff because some way, somehow, she married a black man. She wanted to be black. And I mean to tell you, boy, and she's resigned since then, but they are letting her have it. Somebody said, Pastor Dow, what's your thoughts on it? I said, they're all a bunch of damn hypocrites. The media, everybody, especially public opinion, they're all hypocrites. It's something because we have a movement out here called a homosexual. It's the gay, lesbian, transgender, lesbian, gay, LGBT, transsexual, and bisexual agenda that has taken place out here in this world. And it's obvious that when we remove the clothes, is that A man is a man, as a woman is a woman, and we have a design. But yet these people defy that design. And you know what they get from the government? They get approval. You know what these politicians are going to do? They're going to support them. These people are playing hypocrites. You mean to tell me a woman don't know she's a woman? I see it all over the place now. And a man don't know he's a man, and that we were created certain ways. I mean, it's utterly amazing what I see. But nobody is raking them over the coals. As a matter of fact, people are overwhelmingly approving of this alternative lifestyle. That's what they call an alternative lifestyle. And the news media, nobody is literally raking these people over the coals. You know why? Because they are united. They are united in one cause. And no matter how those of us who follow the Bible, and we're going to be labeled terrorists, consider these people to be perverse people, because they have enough money and power to lobby government. They have literally turned the whole face of this country to force the hand of these people to accept a lifestyle that was commonly called an abomination. You know what else is amazing about it too? Is that years ago people were being burned at the stake. You go read the Torah, you go read the Bible. The death sentence was given to anyone who posed in that alternative lifestyle. So now we got a woman who's acting outside of the scope of her nationality, and she, no doubt, she lied about it. But look at the people. Look at the hypocrisy of the people. I mean, the whole thing is hypocrisy. The whole thing is hypocrite. The prophet Isaiah said that the time would come that we will call good evil and evil good. We're here. There's no more absolutes. There's no more right and wrong. It's all up here in your mind. The people don't care. The world doesn't care. There's a remnant that does. But if you don't come out of her, and if you don't save yourself from this untoward generation, you're going to be swallowed up. Now you got people who used to believe. That's why I keep telling you religion is nothing. Used to believe. Now, you know what they do? They call themselves atheists now, or agnostic. I made a video about how that a lot of English women, Britons, are converting to Islam at an alarming rate. We're talking about 5 women, every 1 man, and Islam is literally swallowing up Europe. And I had somebody write me a letter from the Netherlands, and they have watched quite a few of my videos, and they are from the original Islam. I'm not talking about this nation of Islam over here in America. I'm talking about the original Muslims. And I read it in the congregation this past Shabbat. And they called me an honorable man, fearless, a man that is not afraid to speak the truth. And you know what they wanted? That you people out there can't recognize? They said, brother, you would be a very honored brother. You are very intelligent. You are very honorable and truthful. And we could use a man of your character in Islam. And then you got these stupid Christians over here in this country and stuff that want to fight because your mind has been modified genetically by GMO foods, fluoride, herbicides, pesticides, mercury. They're literally just killing us. You know, the story and the beat goes on. It's sad, but the National Lampoon is getting ready to stir up again. Hillary Clinton, Jeb Bush. I told you that, didn't I? Told you that was going to be the ticket. But it's utterly amazing how duped and deceived we are. Somebody said, well, what can we do? What do you mean, what can we do? I'll tell you what we can do. We can do the same thing. If you want to be patriotic, you can do the same thing. But we can't do it because everybody believes that their words and their opinion is better than the other. That's the reason why the assemblies are so divided. That's how the devil uses. He conquers and divides. Everybody believes that they're intelligent. Everybody believes that they have the answers. Everybody believes that they are the be all and end all. And you can't get a people to submit to authority or leadership in any capacity whatsoever at all. It's a damn shame when you got people who have no intelligence whatsoever at all, but they have convinced themselves that they are, and nobody else can see it. That they will put themselves or try to place themselves in authority over people in general. You know, wisdom says that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. That's what it says wisdom does. If you are great, you'll be noted for it. But just like some of the great people of the past, don't think you're going to get by unscathed. But we just simply can't come together in one mind. We just can't. We can't do it. Because as soon as you find one point you disagree on, rather than capitalizing on the 50 points that you do agree on, you'll use that one point to bring about a great gulf and a division and a divide and widen it even further. And the only reason why that people in this world disagree is because the people who disagree, they refuse to move from their position or their own book of the law that they have in their mind. They refuse to actually agree on what is that source of truth. And once we discover that source of truth, let it be the truth. And regardless of my personal opinion, regardless of my feelings, and regardless of my emotions, that is what we're going to exalt. But the truth is, people don't care about truth. They care about their emotions, and they care about their feelings. And that's the reason why we can't come together. And if I said it once, you said it 1,000 times. You'll sit there and watch people that they will agree on 50 points and disagree on one point and use that as a point of contention, a bone of contention, and will never come together. And the system knows this. All somebody has to do is just put out an accusation. You know how strong an accusation is? An accusation is more powerful than the truth. That's why it's called a deceiver and a diablo. That's why he's called the accuser of the brethren. Because once somebody accuses you of something, look what happens in your spirit. Look what happens in your volition. Once you hear it, it doesn't make any difference if there's any validity or weight to it at all. Once you hear it, many of you are gone. I mean, literally just gone, because something in your spirit, something in your soul wants to believe that so bad. It really, truly does. You can't rest. You can't find peace. You can't find contentment at all, period. You just simply can't do it. You cannot do it, period, whatsoever at all. Once an accusation has been injected into your mind, you toss and you turn. You can't get it out of there because you have not really, truly learned, here it is right here, how to really deal with yourself. We expect all this righteousness out of everybody else, but we have refused to be righteous ourselves. It's just a sad situation. Again, something has to be the source of truth in order for people to come together under that banner. And when you come together under that banner, believe me, a leader will emerge. He will emerge. A leader will. And not only a leader will emerge, but all those who are in support of truth, they will emerge as leaders themselves, and the people will recognize it, and the people will know it. But since every man is right in their own eyes today, the system, all they have to do is just throw out an accusation. It's over with. It's done. It's a sad, sad situation. They have actually got us right where they want us. Well, the dog and pony show, the circus in full effect and stuff, so we getting ready to watch again while we expecting change and stuff. Everybody putting hope in America right here. We're watching these oil tycoons and these heroin and crack addicts and stuff that's running the country, just run it all in the ground again. What an amazing journey this is. Sometimes I got to pinch myself to wonder if I'm actually really truly living. I know that I am not the only man out there that believes in integrity and truth. I know I'm not. Many of you, man, all the time, I try my best to be as honest as I can possibly. Friends, I got people, I don't agree with you. Fine, good. That's your prerogative. Now, instead of telling me the reason for your disagreement because it's your opinion, give me a source that you are appealing to as truth. And then break it down. Because I'm a man, I will listen to every argument. And if I'm wrong, I will change. I can't do nothing but change. I mean, why would I want to continue in blindness? But no, I don't have that. What I have is people's opinions. And most of you, you're going to be highly disturbed when you finally come to the conclusion and realize that this country has used religion, Christianity, to literally rape, rob, and disturb and pillage your mind. You're going to be so mad and so upset, especially when you got people playing around with your eternal soul. I don't mind disagreement, but if you're going to disagree, state the reasons why and lay it out. And let's get, this is how you do it, but you can't do it. Get clear on the matter. Find out what the book, I believe the Bible is the truth. I think it's matter of fact, I believe it's so high above the intelligence level that we have today, that it's able to not only govern politics, it's governing religion, it can govern states, it can govern home life, it can legislate everything. Our rules are all in there if we choose to follow, but we don't though. That's the problem. We choose to follow a perverted way. Anything that's going to make this flesh feel better. We in trouble, serious trouble. This is almost laughable. I ain't gonna watch one of them damn debates because it ain't gonna accomplish nothing. They already, the powers that be have already selected who you think you're gonna elect. Your vote don't mean crap.